yours. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're family. Either from the SWAC, from the MEAC, CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, because we are still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Come on.
Hey, all right. Hey, what's really happening, everybody? I'm Anthony Brown. Welcome to another episode of the HBCU Alumni House Party. I am so glad that you are here with us. Before we get started, what's going on, University of Maryland Eastern Shore? Look, your school coming up real soon. Listen, I am so glad that you are here once more and again. Stop what you're doing right now. Hit that like button. Hit that share button right now. To all of us watching, no matter what platform, whether you're watching us on Facebook Live right now, you're watching us in the Facebook Alumni United page, you are watching us on YouTube right now, y'all hit that like button, hit the share button. Shout out real quick to all my folks, all my tardy to the party folks, all the people who are watching the replay right about now. Yeah, I got to show y'all some love. So again, today, look at that right there. We are raising money for Shaw University, for Virginia Union University. And listen, for some of you all who sometimes don't see your name on the screen, I need for you to go to this website right now, or whatever device you're watching the show on right now. Go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. StreamYard.com/Facebook. And that way, we'll be able to make sure we can see your name and your face and your picture when we put your comments up on the screen. Just like we just saw that one comment from somebody from, I don't know. Let's just pick a comment. Anybody got a comment out there real quick that we can just put on the screen? You know, like that one. Yeah. So, yeah. Hey, so whoever that is, you always see his Facebook user. But if you want to make sure we see your name, we need for you to go to StreamYard.com/Facebook. And that way you just got to give them permission to put your name up on the screen. Matter of fact, that was from Vanessa Sparks, because I just know Vanessa, that's what she does all the time. Anyway, listen, thank you so very much for helping us raise money for Clark Atlanta University and Wilberforce University last week. We had a phenomenal, amazing time with some great guests. And we also had the president, Dr. French from Clark Atlanta, join us last week. But then let me tell you about yesterday. Man, we showed up and showed out in Clubhouse last night. You got to check us out every Tuesday night for the Clubhouse edition of the show. We're playing HBCU trivia games. We had a great time. Shaw University, y'all showed up and showed out last night. Y'all showed up and showed out on the game. You know, I'm like, okay, I see what y'all out here doing. I see y'all out here in these streets. So, but yes, thank you for doing that. And now next week, we're going to be back 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, back in the Clubhouse. We're going to tell you more about that a little bit later on the show. But without all that, listen, let me tell you real quick before I forget, let me tell you the schools that we got coming up for the rest of the month, for the month of February, real quick. Again, so this week, we're doing Shaw University and Virginia Union University. Next week, Monday, we're doing Lemoyne-Owen College and Virginia State University, starting February 22nd. And then, the March, there you go right there. So you see your school on the screen. Right there, you got Harris-Stowe State University and Lincoln University, Missouri. You got Central State University and Langston University. You got Benedict College and Morgan State University. You got Norfolk State University and the University of the District of Columbia. And you got Bowie State University and Coppin State, all coming up in the month of March. Yeah. So you don't want to miss out on that. But we do need you to go and put at least 5 on it. Today, you're going to put at least 5 on Virginia Union and Shaw and all that great stuff. Now, listen, I'm not going to hold you too much longer. We got a jam-packed show. We got some wonderful guests who are going to be here today. But before we go into our guests, listen, last week we were able to premiere and show one of our featured videos, you know, again, from this particular production that Facebook put together called You So Black. Also, we want to shout out to one of our sponsors, one of our program partners called A Better Chance for Youth Futures, located in San Antonio, Texas. We thank you, Monique, and all of your support that you provide the HBCU Alumni Campaign and the House Party. Let's go check this out about why you so black.
You so black. You so black. When you smile, the stars come out. You so black. When you born, the God come out. Black is night. Black is pyramids and mathematics. Black is melanized and magic. Black with privilege. Black with pride. Black on purpose on the black hand side. Black and beautiful. Black and blessed and highly favored, ain't we black and blessed? Black and so much more. Black and nothing less. Black and educated. Black is brilliant. Black is strong. Black is resilient. Black is song. Black is infinite like hip-hop or space. Black is grace. Black is love. Black makes babies. Black babies grow up. Black is tough. Black is tough. Black is tough. Black is hard to do. Black is me. Black is you. Black is not something that we get to choose, but it is something that we get to cherish. It's something that we get to wear, and we get to rock this with honor. So yeah, I'm black like my granddaddy, and my great-great-great-grandmama black. is that lift every voice and sing. Black is that letting your freedom ring and resound. Black is adjective, adverb, color, and noun. Baby, you so black. When you're born, the God comes out.
C-I-double-A on the C-I. HBCU is where to be. We can be up with family. From the sweat, from the being.
C-A-double-A on the C-I. HBCU is where to be. You can be, but still family. My HBCU better than yours. Listen, I told you, you so black. Listen, that was finger snaps all day long. Finger snaps. Again, thank you for joining us today. Again, we are, if you're just tuning in, we are the HBCU Alumni House Party. We've been going strong for almost, we started this show back in May, so we almost to our year. And we're so excited about the fact that we've been raising money and doing this great stuff for our HBCUs to help educate our community about public and private HBCUs, 2-year and 4-year schools, in-state and out-of-state, all over the country, because listen, we ain't got to worry about who we are. We know exactly who we are and where we come from. You know, we black all day long, but we blackity black, in the month of February. We just gonna really be proud of it. So now listen, this week, today, right now, let me tell you about 2 of our guests coming on to the show right now. First off, we have with us, let me get my notes. His name is LaMarcus Davis. He is a 2012 graduate from Shaw University. While at Shaw, he was the SGA president. He was the charting president of the Minority Association of Pre-Health Students. He was the vice president of Beta Kappa Chi Scientific Honor Society and Honors College and in the University Choir. Listen, right now, he is a surgical care practitioner. Come on, doc. Come on, out here doing the thing. And a doctor of healthcare and administration and a candidate for the Walden University. Come on, I see you out here. He is the vice president of the Young Alumni Relations for the National Alumni Association for Shaw University. And he also serves as an off-campus advisor for the Pre-Alumni Council at Shaw University. Just to name a little bit. Now, let me tell you about our other guest from Shaw. Her name is LaWanda Sanders. LaWanda is a 1996 graduate of Shaw University. She was a biology pre-med major. She's a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated. Then she went on to go on to George Washington University and to get her master's in biomedical science. Thank you. I got tongue-tied there real quick. And her education, leadership, and administration, also from George Washington. Come on, sis. Right now, she is a research biologist for the National Institute of Health. And again, the executive vice president for the National Alumni Association for Shaw University. Let's welcome these 2 Shaw alums into the show right now because they're going to talk that talk. They think the HBCU is better than mine. But that's all right, though. We here for it. What's up? Hey!
Hey!
You better represent your HBCU. How y'all doing today?
Doing well. Thanks for having us.
Listen, I am so excited to have you all here to talk about this great institution of higher learning. OMG. All right, so now let's get right down to it. I don't even know who to start with first. I'm just so excited. LaWanda, with you. Yes, Madam Executive Vice President of the National Alumni Association. First, let's talk about real quick, what got you to Shaw University?
My uncle lives in Raleigh, and he was a doctor at the Hospital Duke in Durham. So I came to Shaw with a broken leg, and my parents didn't want me to go away to school. And I was like, I have to get out of here. So Shaw was small, and I was able to get the care that I need. And I winded up in Shaw, and I loved it.
She said, I loved it ever since. Come on, LaMarcus, what about you? What got you down to Shaw? What got you down there?
Absolutely. So Shaw was a family school for me. So I had a couple aunts that already was graduated from Shaw University. So when I started Shaw, I was actually started with some college cousins. Actually, pretty to say, we graduated high school together and we started Shaw together. So that's what got me down to Raleigh, North Carolina. Originally, I'm from a small town called South Hill, Virginia. And so that's what started my Raleigh, North Carolina roots.
Listen, I always love to tell the story about, and listen, I tell the story every time because Dr. Wall gets on me every time. Like, you can't do that. But I didn't know at the time. I remember one time I had brought some high school students to visit Shaw University, and not knowing the history and the legacy of the institution, you all have a burial plot of your founders right in front of the library. And I had missed part of the tour. I was a little bit heavier then, and I was out of breath, and I thought I was having the asthma. And so I went to go reach for the plot, thinking it was a bench. Baby, listen. If not every member of the Shaw community had to like, whoa, they were like, you can't do that. I was like, what happened? I did not know. I was so embarrassed. But I missed that part of the tour, and I was so embarrassed. I think it's admirable that you all have that monument and that legacy on your campus. But I was like, oh, my bad. I thought that was just a pew. I thought that was a church pew or a bench or something.
No, sir.
The legacy. The Shaw University is one of our older HBCUs. That's why we wanted to start off with some of our older HBCUs for the month of February, just kick off the campaign. Someone give me some little history about the institution.
Sure. Shaw University is a private Baptist liberal arts institution in Raleigh, North Carolina. We were founded December 1865. We're considered, Shaw University is the oldest HBCU in the South. I know there's a lot of talk behind that, but we are the first of many.
Baby,
we are considered. We are considered the mother of African American colleges in North Carolina, because a lot of the schools in North Carolina was founded on the campus of Shaw University. So that's a little history from North Carolina Central, Elizabeth City State, Fayetteville State, are all founded by Shaw alum, and the founder of Livingstone studied at Shaw before transferring to Lincoln. Also, A&T was located on Shaw's campus for the first year of their establishment. And it's a lot of history behind.
I didn't know that. So you have these other institutions that were birthed from Shaw.
Yes, that's why we are considered the mother.
Come on.
Absolutely.
Come on.
The first of a whole lot of stuff at Shaw University.
You know what? And I'm not going to fight nobody with the first because, so often, now mind you, we started off the show a couple weeks ago with Lincoln University of Pennsylvania and Cheney, and they got their first battle. And I was like, but they had a good conversation. It was a good story. And it has its first as being the first private. Everybody, I ain't going to fight nobody for their first. Whatever your first is, live in your first.
Right. Right.
Yeah. I ain't going to take it away from you. I'm not. So, let's talk about, if anyone, I don't know, LaMarcus, as far as what do, the alumni have been doing to kind of support current students, as they have been living in this pandemic of anything. I don't know, maybe some of the NAA or the local chapters.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So the National Alumni Association, we work directly with the university. So Kristen Brown, she's the director of alumni relations. She's also an alumna of Shaw University. So we work directly hand in hand on a weekly basis. And so we were able to also just keep updated with what's going on with the university, what they need. So when the pandemic first happened last year in 2020, we were able to start a Chrome computer drive to try to make sure that, students get Chrome books if they didn't have, the capabilities to connect online from home and so forth. So we've definitely been trying to do different endeavors as far as fundraising, trying to make sure that we bring more of the events and stuff that we usually do throughout the school year, bringing it on a virtual basis. So we've been putting together events and stuff, the Pre-Alumni Council, the Student Government Association, the Alumni Association, Shaw University, so many different organizations together. We've been putting all this stuff together just to make sure that we are still showing that, yes, we're the oldest in the South, but we're also making sure that we can still continue to have a presence through this time of the pandemic, where it's such unprecedented times for all of us. Absolutely.
Awesome sauce. All right, so cool beans. So now, for anyone who has never seen Shaw University. If you've never been to Raleigh, and if you did not know, ladies and gentlemen, they got their own documentary, you know.
Correct.
But yeah, I know that you all may have seen the Tell Them We Are Rising, the HBCU documentary. Well, Shaw got their own.
Rich history.
You know, so we're going to take a quick glimpse and look at a piece of that and talk about a little bit more about what the campus looks like then and now, some of that perspective, and share with you all some of what this amazing mother of the South is all about. Let's check this out.
Absolutely.
At 155 years old, Shaw University in downtown Raleigh is the first and oldest historically black university in the South. Shaw's rich legacy as a Baptist institution began just after the end of the Civil War in 1865.
Henry Martin Tupper was a former Civil War chaplain who came down to establish the university.
One of the things that we know about him is that he made a promise to God that if he survived, he would spend the rest of his life educating free men. And so he did.
Historians say back then most Southern whites did not appreciate Tupper's vision in educating freed black slaves. So he relied on financial support from Northern allies. One major benefactor was Elijah Shaw, a wealthy textile merchant, donating $5,000. The university named in his honor. Educators say Shaw's first students also contributed money and even helped build its first classroom, a log cabin. By 1865, approximately 350 and enrolled. Today, that number has more than tripled.
Black people were helping themselves to be educated. It wasn't just sitting back passively and allowing the white benefactor, rescuer to come in.
Financial support and growth led to the creation of a law school, pharmacy school, and Leonard School of Medicine, the first four-year curriculum medical school in the nation. Tupper and his wife Sarah wanted women and men to be educated together. SD Hall became the first building in the country to house and educate black women. It's still standing today.
Through it all, ooh, I've learned to trust in Jesus, and I've learned to trust in God.
Grammy award-winning gospel singer Shirley Caesar is one of the most successful women to come out of Shaw. Caesar is a 1984 Shaw graduate with a degree in business. Today, millennials and Generation Z know her from her old school song remixed into this now classic Thanksgiving anthem.
I got beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes, lamb, ram, Lord.
But it was more than 30 years ago. Caesar, who was in her mid-40s at the time, says she put college on hold after high school to financially take care of her family as her music career skyrocketed. Shaw gave her a full scholarship.
I was privileged to be able to go back to school, stayed there until I got my degree, and was able to even give back financially.
According to the United Negro College Fund, North Carolina historically black colleges and universities generate $1.7 billion in total economic impact. And a North Carolina HBCU graduate working full-time over the course of their career can expect to earn $1 million in extra income, which is why HBCUs depend on alumni giving during homecoming.
Let's go! Hey! Turn up! Turn up! Turn up! Let's go!
It is a big family reunion. It is the best way to put it. It is a family reunion.
In September 2020, Shaw University's drumline gave Kamala Harris, then vice presidential nominee and fellow HBCU graduate, a homecoming-style welcome.
Watching her clap and dance and and really get into it was really pretty cool to watch.
Vice President Kamala Harris's visit was history-making for Shaw University, but Ella Baker is the history-making legend here on campus. She launched the civil rights group Student Nonviolent Coordinating Committee. It was instrumental in the fight for civil rights, even catching the attention of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., who spoke here in the 1960s. Tim Pulliam, ABC 11, Eyewitness News.
Okay, so there we go. I didn't left it on. Mark, I didn't mean to leave you in the spotlight like that. But okay, so that was a nice little documentary that kind of, you know, from a local news station to kind of give us some background, some history, some current things that's happening. Oh my gosh.
And some more first.
I can't wait till we actually get back on campus.
Yes, can't wait.
We can't wait either.
So now, real quick, before we get up out of here, let's talk to our viewing audience real quick, for those who are watching us now and on the replay, the importance of why we want to support Shaw University this week with this HBCU Alumni Cares campaign. Now, anybody, I'm gonna let both of y'all get y'all spiel in.
Come on, LaMarcus, you got it first.
No, well, I always like to start. So I mean, I always go back when I remember when I was SJ president, and I never forget when I was giving my commencement speech. I said, you know, I am who I am because of Shaw University. You are who you are because of Shaw University. We are who we are because of Shaw University. You know, regardless of people's, you know, religious beliefs, regardless of their experiences at Shaw University, it was someone that was at that campus that pushed you. It was someone that was there that looked at you as a name, not as a number. Someone that checked in on you, that believed in you. You know, regardless of your family and friends that were supporting you, it was people at the university helping you too. And I feel like that is what we have to remember as alumni and give back. You know, sometimes as alumni, we like to say, oh, I don't want to give back because of X, Y, and Z, or oh, my senior year was so challenging and so rough because they did X, Y, and Z. When in reality is, well, let's change that. Let's give back so that way another student behind you don't have to experience the same thing that you experienced. And so we do that and look at that as a more so as a drive. I think that will really help. And so I appreciate you for putting all this together and pushing this over the years that you have, so that way people understand the importance of giving back to HBCUs, especially the schools that sometimes maybe be forgetting. Sometimes they get lost in the sauce. You know, so we appreciate you as well for that. Thank you.
All right. And LaWanda, what about you? You know, from your perspective, why should we be giving the Shaw?
One reason is there's good soil at Shaw University. We are products of Shaw University. I'm a third generation of Shaw University, and we know that all of us are doing well and giving back to an institution who gave you so much, regardless of your experience. It's important, and that's why I'm a big advocate of giving back and being supportive to the NAA, and really pushing alumni to never forget where they come from. We are the first of many because of someone believed in us, and we continue to believe in the young people that go to Shaw University currently and supporting them. It's important. All funds are good when we're giving back, and we make it, and it's in our best interest to give back to our universities so that we'll have somewhere to go further on, and we don't go to a closed campus. So it's very important. There's history. You want to continue to make students the best that they can be, and investing in their education is doing that.
Now listen, ladies and gentlemen, we have dropped the link in the chat, and you see it right down there at the bottom again. So you are able to use how we do this campaign. If you're new to us, we do everything through the Facebook fundraiser platform. So that way, it's a very consistent, a very easy platform. There's no fees, charged to you as the donor or to the institution. Every time you give straight from you, your credit card, your PayPal, your checking account, straight to the institution. It's a secured, safe and secure online option that you can choose. You can either opt to say you can have your name posted, or you can say you can give anonymously. You have that option and that right to do that. Then what happens is, after the campaign is over, about 4 or 5 weeks after the campaign ends, then Shaw University will receive a check about how much money we've raised. So now last year, in 2020, we raised, I want to go back and let me get the right number. Last year, we were able to raise $736. So my goal, a minimum, is to raise $737. Now, we'd love to be able to raise more than that, because there were some institutions last year that came out the box with $5,000, $10,000, or again, no one has been able to reach our $15,000 donation like we raised for Central State University last year. But every dollar counts, and we're going to count every dollar. We're going to count every dollar. So right now, we are at $235 for Shaw University. Now, we kick off the campaign every Monday now, unlike last year. Every Monday, at least by 12 o'clock noon, if not sooner, we will kick off the campaign, and it goes to the following week, Monday, to 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You don't even have to have a Facebook page. You could just take the link, and you can still give and still make a contribution to the cause. So right now, here's your opportunity. You can, if you want to see your name pop up on the right now. Yes, even if you want to give a donation in the dog's name, whoever's barking. Right now, you can make your donation, and you can maybe see your name pop up on the screen. And you can make a donation right now. So we want to see if we can make this needle move. Like I said, we're at 235 right now. Before we end the show tonight, we hope we can make this needle move. Let's see if we can get this move to $300, if not more. Right. But again, my ultimate goal. Again, this is all about all HBCU alumni supporting all HBCUs. So again, to all of our Shaw alums who are in the room, as much as we want you to give, I want you to give, yes. But I want Shaw alums to challenge and encourage your other friends from other HBCUs to give to Mother Shaw. All right? So we want to be able to show the love, because we have to make sure we take care of our own. And all of our HBCUs, if we can say we own anything, we own the Black church and the Black college. If nothing else. There's two things we can say that's ours. Ain't nobody gonna fight for us for that.
Amen.
Ain't nobody gonna fight for the Black college and the Black church like we will.
That's right.
Continue to hit that like button. Continue to hit that share button. We're gonna be back with these two young people. We're gonna take a quick pause for the calls. We're going to talk about some more of our program partners. They're going to come talk about Virginia Union University. Then we're going to come back, because we're going to do a quick little game of, you know how we do at the end of every show. We play a quick game of HBCU this or that. And we're going to figure out, if we can guess what these two young people did at Shaw University compared to our contestants from Virginia Union University. Hey, all this and more. You are watching the HBCU Alumni House Party. Don't touch that down unless you're hitting that like, hitting that share, and you're hitting that donate button. We'll be right back right after this.
Thank you.
Listen, you already know that the HBCU experience is like no other college experience. And as a matter of fact, it is an experience that you will remember for the rest of your life. Now, not only should you be able to remember the time, you should also be able to represent the memory with a light on the yard apparel. Now, these shirts allow you to bring a little bit of nostalgia back by allowing you to wear the memories of being on the yard, especially from some of those landmarks that no longer exist. This is my freshman dorm right here. Now, right now, you can represent those memories in your dorm life and support the HBCU Alumni Care campaign with your purchase. It's really easy. Just go to www.lotyyapparel.com and search for your HBCU and dorm. Use the promo code HBCU Live, and $2 for each purchase will support the campaign. Now, if you don't see your school or your dorm, just drop the company a message. Use the Contact Us tab, and they will work on supporting your request. So what are you waiting for? Purchase a shirt, support the campaign, and represent those memories with light on the yard apparel. Your HBCU experience. And don't forget to use the promo code HBCU Live.
don't think we're free in this country. For 100 years, you saw Black people menaced and targeted and lynched and beaten and brutalized. I think we're burdened by this history. You are obligated to do something to address that, or you become part of the problem. More people have to be willing to do that uncomfortable, inconvenient thing that justice requires for things to get better. We don't have to fear fairness. We don't have to fear equality. We don't have to fear doing the right thing. Truth can inspire change. Learn more at EJI.org.
Hi. Can I get the now bar, please?
No problem. $1.
Have a good one.
Got it.
Hi, can I get a now bar, please?
$1.
Thanks.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey.
Hey, let me get a now bar.
Sure. $1.
Appreciate you.
You got it.
How's it going? Can I get a now bar?
Hey, stop right there! Get down on the ground! Out of your car and get down! Move over your head! HBCU is where to be. We can be up with family.
From the SWAC or the MEAC, CAA or the SEAC, HBCU is where to be. You can be, but still family. Hey, welcome back. Thank you, Vanessa Sparks, for putting 5 on it for Shaw University and Virginia Union University. Again, so welcome back to the HBCU Alumni House Party. I'm your host, Anthony Brown. This week, we are raising money for Shaw University and Virginia Union University. Thank you for LaWanda and LaMarcus for sharing some stories about Shaw University. Now, we're going to head on over. We're going to stay in the state a little bit. We're going to go over here now. Well, we go next door. We go to the state next door. Yeah, next door. We're going to go to Virginia, and we're going to go visit Virginia Union University. I'm always excited when we can get somebody from the institution to be a part of the show. So today we have 2 guests, but one, we have the Senior Director of Alumni Relations from Virginia Union. Y'all gonna show some love when I bring her in the room. Deborah, Alston, along with her, we got Mike Newsome. Mike is the president of the National Alumni Association for Virginia Union, and he is a 1983 business administration major, and he is doing something. He's also the vice president for marketing for Dynamic Script. So we want to welcome right now to the show. Where they at? Y'all show some love, make some noise for Deborah and Mike.
Hello.
Good evening, Anthony. What's happening, bro? All good.
Y'all out here representing. You got your Black History Month shirt on. You got your Virginia Union shirt on. I'm here for it. Now let's just jump
pride, baby.
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about all this greatness. We've heard about one great institution. Now let's go to hear about another great institution, Virginia Union University. Listen, this is a school that I really knew nothing about when I was in high school. So Mike, I'm gonna start with you first. As a high school student, how did you hear about Virginia Union?
Well, as you said, Virginia Union is north of Shaw, so we're up top. So, but originally, I'm from Long Island, New York, so I didn't know much about Virginia Union. But my parents are from Virginia, And when it was time for me to start considering colleges, they said, hey, why don't you consider Virginia? So when I was looking, the 3 schools that really came to the surface for me were Virginia Union, Virginia State, and Hampton University. And I had family members in the Richmond area, so they were charged with taking me around to various universities. So I did go visit Virginia State, and I did go to Virginia Union, and my uncle who was taking me around, he refused to take me to Hampton. He said, you would lose your mind down there. So once I had opportunity to
he said, no, you cannot go to the school by the sea because I know. He said, in your tail is going to lose your ever-loving mind. I'm going to just keep it clean. I'm going to keep the PG-13 version of it.
Hey, I'm keeping it real, Anthony. I'm keeping it real. So, long story short, my uncle lived across the street from Virginia Union. He said, that's where you're going to go to school. And the rest is history, my friend.
Wow. Wow, that is amazing. I love it. Now, Deborah, you actually went to another school in Virginia. You went to Virginia State. However,
that's correct.
So you went to one of the other schools that Mike was considering at the time.
That's correct.
But now you're there on campus, whether you're there virtually and or just kind of in the midst of it all. How have you all been handling and managing working with the students in this pandemic?
Oh, it's been amazing how we transitioned from in-campus to virtual in such a short time. I've been at Virginia Union for 34 years.
Wow.
I've walked this camp. I'm an honorary Panther. I have to say that. I am an honorary Panther. Right. So yes, we have made that transition from in-person to virtual. Our students are excelling. And it's like we're working smarter to me. So it's great. And I'm in person. So I'm in the office every day.
Oh yeah, you gotta go raise that money.
Yes, that's one of my objectives, alumni giving. So yes, I gotta raise that money. Correct.
How has
her being there?
So for the students, are the students on campus now or they're hybrid? What's happening?
We have some that are on campus. Yes, we do.
Okay.
We do have some who are in person. They have options. That's correct.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So, but it's on campus virtually. So it's not that unless you have a lab or something like that, you have to go to class, but you can work from your dorm room. So yes.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, so Mike, let's come back to you again as Mr. President of the National Alumni Association. Why is it so important that alumni get involved and give and just be a part of this whole process of engagement?
Well, I think you hit it a little earlier when you were talking to the other group. HBCU college life is so different than the regular PWI college experience. The relationships and the connections that we have developed over the years that we first made on campus have sustained over the years. And it's more than just classmates. It truly does become family. And to be able to perpetuate that, indefinitely is our goal, because, one of the things that we say at Virginia, if it weren't for Union, where would I be? And we've all have our own unique experiences, but the common denominator and all of that is the connections and the love and the training that we received on that campus. And it just transcends so many of the things that you could complain about. Those are the things that you cherish, and you use that as fuel. Because if you can survive at an HBCU with all the things that we don't have, when you go to the majority or you go back out into society, hey, it's a piece of cake, because you done been through it all. You can handle it.
I think by the time I got to graduate school, it was a breeze. I was just like, I think I got a B in grad school and got upset. Like, what you mean? A B? You know what? I'm like, I'll take it. You know what? That's only B, but I took it. But the fact that I'm not saying it came easy, but it's just like, I just felt like
you were prepared.
All these resources, like, we didn't have half of this. made it happen. So listen, for anyone who has never seen the campus or heard of the Virginia Union, now, your president, Dr. Lucas, very outspoken, very engaged, had done some videos and had done some promos for the institution. So we're going to take a quick moment. I love this one, talking about how VUU can be your voice for young people or the young at heart. So we're going to take a quick snap and we're going to take a look at Virginia Union, hear from Dr. Lucas, and then we're going to come back and talk about the campaign and why we need to be giving to the institution this week. Let's go check out Virginia Union.
Can you hear me now?
For some people, university is just another series of classrooms. For others, it's about finding purpose and value as you define what will be your life's work. But when you step foot here, in this place, that's when you find your life's work colliding with legacy to produce an educational experience reaching deeper than you ever thought possible. It's more than books, more than classrooms, more than papers or exams. Virginia Union University is a place where you discover the power of a limitless future.
March 2020, everything changed. The issues around COVID-19 began to take precedent. Death, fear, social distancing. What do we do? How do we move? What's the future of higher education? What's the future of Virginia Union? Over the last 60 days, the university has begun to do what it was known for historically. We are excited about what we have accomplished. From virtual-based learning to what a year ago was online and what we were trying to do in distance education, in 2 weeks in March, we were able to achieve a goal we worked on for 10 years. Understanding that we wanted to be a Research One institution, we're able to ensure that by the spring, 10 new programs will be on campus. The university is stronger now, better, and more positioned for who we want to be by 2025, best in class than ever before. VUU 2025. Can you see it with me? An associate's degree program that enrolls 2,000 students. Undergraduate programs enrolling 3,000 on campus. Graduate degree programs that have 5,000 enrolled. Virtual-based learning, campus-based learning, location-based learning. Excited faculty doing research and solving the problems of global minorities. Students coming from all sectors. Championships everywhere. People giving. Announcing a major gift every month as our endowment soars above $100 million. Not only will we be the largest private HBCU in the Commonwealth, but we'll be known for research and our contributions. A miracle, we call it, the miracle we'll see. Virginia Union 2025.
Keep an eye out for more exciting news about VUU by visiting vuu.edu and following us on social media.
Oh. I ain't got excited. I was over here watching the video still. Like I done got
got inspired. You got inspired, didn't you?
You know what? I'm sitting here like, man, I was feeling pretty good about that right there. Listen, so now I am excited about what's happening and what's going on at Virginia Union. So now let's talk about our viewers right now. Doesn't matter if they went to Virginia Union, they went to Shaw, they went to Bethune, went to FAMU, went to Howard, went to Hampton. No matter where they went, right now, what do you all need to say to our viewing audience about why they should support VUU and why they're doing that, ladies and gentlemen? We have already dropped in the chat, and we'll drop it again if we need to. The links to give to both Shaw and to Virginia Union. We drop both schools' websites and their alumni associations. So if you haven't paid your alumni dues yet, you should go. But why should we be giving to Virginia Union University?
Mike, you want to go first? You want me to go first?
Ladies first.
Okay. As you saw at the end of Dr. Lucas' video, the promise of a limitless future. You know, just think about that freshman who's on their second semester now at Virginia Union, looking 4 years down the road, reaching in, the sources they need, you can help that one student for the next 4 years. I've been at Virginia Union as an employee for 30 some years now. The legacy, the commitment of the faculty, the staff, the administration is phenomenal. Let's just keep this legacy going. I feel that way about my HBCU. Let's keep the legacy going.
Awesome sauce. And then Mike, then we're going to pop over here to you. What you got?
Virginia Union has a legacy of excellence that goes back a long time. But we serve a population of students that may not get a shot anywhere else. And we have we have the secret sauce, as Dr. Lucas likes to say. We take a student who's a diamond in the rough, and we polish him up, and we put him out there for the world to see. And then it is game over. And we need to keep that tradition and that legacy and that process going. And the only way that's going to happen is if we, as alums and as supporters of HBCUs, make that happen. Because we're a private institution. We don't get state dollars. We don't get those types of funds. Everything that we raise has to be a gift or a donation from someone who says, I believe in that vision that Dr. Lucas just talked about, and I'm going to support it. So that is one or a couple reasons why you should give it to Virginia Union University.
So there we go on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. Again, you see the link on this on the screen as well as right here, and also in the description for anybody who's actually listening on our podcast right now. So if you're listening on the replay on any of our podcast channels on Google or Apple or Roku, Anchor or all those other Spotify, again, you can check the description in the show description. You can see the links to the campaign if you are listening to the show prior to 11:59 p.m. on Monday, February 22nd. You still have time to give. But right now, as a moment of this recording, we have now raised $290. Now, last year, Virginia, we raised $560. So our goal again is to raise at least $561. But I like you who are watching us right now or listening to us right now to go ahead and make that commitment. Put 5 on it. You can put 10 on it. You can put whatever you want to put on it. Again, all money's, as soon as we collect it, it goes straight to the school. Not to Anthony, not to Mike. It goes, all things going to happen at in about 3 or 4 weeks. Deborah's going to get a check in the mail. Institutional family always going to get a check in the mail. Facebook saying Anthony Brown and his friends raise this money. Here you go. So whatever we can do, you just heard Mike saying, you know, some of our schools are private institutions, and you know, this is how we raise up. We've been raising money since freshman year. We had to come in. We came in the door raising money. Before we even became alums, we had to start raising money. Whether you were in the band, you were in choir, you were in pre-alumni, you were in the fraternity or sorority, you were on SGA, whatever group you was in, you were already raising money the moment you walked on campus.
That's right.
You to go ahead on and put something on it.
Put something on it.
Let's go. Let's go, Panther Nation.
Yes,
So,
let's go Panthers.
So I need all my Panthers, I need my Bears, my Wildcats, my Bisons, my whatever, my Marauders, my whoever. I need all of you all to come on and support again. 2020, we were able to raise $138,000. Let's not do any less for 2021. Our schools still need it because we can't always depend on all these philanthropists. We thank them. Don't get me wrong. We appreciate everything that everyone is doing. We see Goldman Sachs or some company just made an announcement today. There's some company about to give, like, they're about to drop $25 million on some HBCUs. Great. But in the meantime, while we fighting over who's going to get it, we can just go and do our part right now. So listen, I hold you. I thank you, Deborah. Thank you, Mike. Listen, we'll be right back after this, and we're going to talk a little bit more. Again, we're about to play a quick round of HBCU this or that. And if any of you all ever watch the show, y'all better start getting ready because you know what that final question is going to be. And we're going to see who will be the one that will win the Krispy Kreme donuts. Yeah. You know, every time we see that hot donuts now sign, y'all know when we see that hot donuts, somebody might be winning donuts real soon. So we'll be right back right after this with more of the HBCU Alumni House Party. Welcome back to the HBCU Alumni House Party. Again, I'm your host, Anthony Brown. I got Shaw University and Virginia Union University with us today. Again, I Heart My HBCU is by our good friend Dominic King. So again, that's a great residual income to give back to your institution or Active 5. HBCU. So, you know, it rounds your bank card, your debit card, your credit card transactions to the nearest dollar, and you can divide that little change up to all of our, you know, to various of our schools. It's just a little bit, it's that little change that helps. Go on. What you doing with it? Come on. Help a brother and sister out. Let's give. All right. So anyway, now I want to thank you all for being here today. But before we get up out of here, we like to play this game called HBCU This or That. And they're like, what is that all about? They're like, okay, so play the game. So I reconfigured the screen. Hold on, Mike. And we do it like this. So now, our viewing audience, I got some regular viewers who like to watch this all the time. And so what happens is I'm going to throw up, I'm going to say, okay, so here's the topic. So again, and I'm going to throw up a topic and, you know, and then let's say, for example, and you have to choose that, but you can't give me your answer right now. The audience actually helps pick the answer. They have to guess what they think you're going to say. And then whatever you say, you know, that's kind of like a point in your favor. But then you got to kind of give us a reason why you chose that based off of your experience at your HBCU. And again, for you, Deborah, you can speak on behalf of being an honorary Panther, or you can talk about you being a Trojan at Virginia State. So whichever one comes to mind. So we're going to start with LaMarcus.
All right.
LaMarcus, we are going to go with either... for him, ladies and gentlemen, do you think he's going to go with MEAC or CIAA? Now, you can't give it away just yet. You got to hold your thought, hold your tongue. Ladies and gentlemen, right now in the chat, we are looking at the chat right now for those who are watching us right now, or even in the replay. I have some people playing in the replay. Who do you think I was just reading a comment from somebody who's watching us on YouTube right now. Hey, Lolita. Lolita, how are you? Lolita, who's a graduate of Virginia Union University. Actually, Lolita was one of my students. Yeah, I'm dating myself, but yeah, Lolita is a student. She's a graduate of Virginia Union, but she was one of my students when she was a high school student. I'm like, well, wait a minute. How old is Anthony? We'll talk about that later. In the chat real quick and see what LaMarcus. We got some people in the chat who says, you got people saying CIAA, 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 CIAA. No, let's see. What is it? MEAC or CIAA?
It's going to be CIAA, of course.
It's going to be the CIAA. Tell them why. You got to tell them why.
Oh, Shaw University is under CIAA. We're not under MEAC. So, yeah, CIAA all day.
I know that's right. Hey, Lolita, how are you, love? I see her watching the show right now. I love it. All right, so cool beans, and that's how we play that. So that's a point for LaMarcus right now. So, you know, so Shaw University got a point. All right, so we're going to come over here to Virginia Union, and let's see. For her, which one do you all think she's going to choose? When she was hanging out on campus, did she hang out in the dormitory lobby or on the quad somewhere? When she was in undergrad, did she hang out in the dormitory lobby or did she hang out on the quad? Oh, she's thinking about it. She's thinking. Let's go over here to the chat real quick and see if anybody who's going to chime in. What are our viewers going to say? I see somebody says both. Somebody said the quad. I don't know. Let's see. Anybody else who's watching us right now? Anybody else? Somebody else said the quad. That's another good one. Who knows? Who knows? Somebody said no. She probably hung out in the lobby. So I don't know. For the point, Deborah, which one was it?
It was the quad.
It was the quad.
Yeah. Yes, it was the quad.
What was the quad?
Well, because I stayed in the village, and the village was on the other side of campus, like half a mile away from the action. So it was the quad.
I love it. 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 All right. So cool beans. All right. So we all look at me. So we tied. We 1-1 with the 2 points. So LaWanda, it's your turn. Let's see. Let's see. Where did we go with? I'm not gonna go with the obvious. I see you're a member of Delta Sigma Theta. So I'm gonna skip the Greek question. Here's what. There is a Greek option, but I'm not going to choose that one. We're going to go with you. Do you all think she's going to choose which one did she have more of a fancy to, whether she was a member of or maybe she just kind of liked either organization more? Do you think she liked the band or the choir? Which one was she more fancy towards? Which one? She's holding it, she's gritting her teeth like she's ready to spill the beans. She's ready to spill the beans. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you think in the audience? I see somebody else telling us real quick. Someone saying, look like she might fancy the band. That's what somebody got a thought for. Anybody else watching want to chime in? Do you think that she was fancying the band or the choir? Somebody else said the band. Oh, somebody else said the band for sure. They said it's the band for me. Somebody else said the band. Wait a minute. I see Calvin said the choir. I see another choir. So we're going to stay right there on choir. What was it?
It was the choir.
Somebody said this.
I'm a church girl, so it was the choir, the college choir.
Now, were you in choir when you were in school?
No, I wasn't, but I was in my church in Raleigh. I was in the choir.
Okay,
yeah.
All right. So cool beans. So I'm so glad. All right. So it's getting tight, y'all. We 2-1. We 2-1. Let's see. Is it whose turn is it? Is Mike's turn? It's Mike's turn. All right, here we go, y'all. Let's see. From Mike, do you all think, which one do you think he fancies more? School days or a different world? Whew. I don't know about that one, y'all. This seems kind of awkward. I don't know. Let's go to the chat real quick and see what's happening. Someone said school days. Somebody else said, Lolita said school days. I see somebody else saying school days. Let's see. We're going to give it one more. Anybody else want to chime in real quick and say something? I see 3. Somebody said both. I got another school day. So I got like 4 people who said school days. Someone said different school days. So which one was it, Mike?
School days for sure. School days for sure.
G5G, that's what I want to be.
Big brother on, Mike.
What was the school days, Mike?
Hey man, that just brought you right back to the days on the yard, man. Brought you right back there. I pledged Kappa, so yeah, it took you there.
Oh, now see, you had me until you said you pledged Kappa. See,
my man.
Oh, I tell y'all want to join these old other organizations. I don't even know about y'all. So before we got one more round, but before we got one more thing, ladies and gentlemen. If you all know how we play the game, you know what the next round is going to be. But before we do that, let's go back. I want to take a quick gander at the campaign one more time. We talked about the fact that we've been raising money for Shaw University and Virginia Union University this week until 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Monday, February 22nd. It doesn't matter where you come from. We want all of our alums, whether you went to Shaw or Virginia Union or you went to any other HBCU, to support and give to these institutions of higher learning. And for my alums from Virginia and Shaw, pay your alumni dues. It's still not, if you haven't, get involved. Pay your alumni dues.
Right.
So, real quick, we want to show you the campaign so far. We have made some. Look at there. We made some increase. Virginia Union, we are at $440, and Shaw University, you're at $325. We made it. Good job tonight.
Come on, Shaw, you.
Panther Nation.
I'm gonna make that screen
let's do it.
bigger. There we go. Just in case you couldn't see, I'm going to make that thing real big so you can see that thing real good. So thank you so very much for those who have given so far. Yes, I want to make sure y'all can see that. $4.40 for Virginia Union and $3.25 for Shaw so far, but we won't stop there. We go into 11:59 p.m. on Monday night. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you know how we play the game. Y'all know how we play the game. For the donuts, y'all know how we do. Thanks to a better chance for youth futures who donated the hot Krispy Kreme donuts right now. You all get to tell me from the viewing audience of our players today. We got Mike, we got Deborah, we got LaWanda, we got LaMarcus. Let's see real quick. Who do you think for the donuts can sing their alma mater? And for Deborah, it's going to have to be her Virginia State alma. Unless you know Virginia Union. She might know Virginia Union. I don't know. But for the donuts, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to the chat right now and see who they are going to be voting for. Someone said LaWanda. Anybody else? Anybody else want to chime in? So someone's asking for a Virginia Union person to sing. So all right. Anybody else watching us right now? Again, do you want to hear Marcus, Deborah, Mike sing their alma mater? Who will it be?
Mike.
Oh, wait, I even got the contestants talking about Mike.
How they gonna do that, Anthony? How they gonna do that to me, Anthony?
Someone said Newsome, come through. Oh, we got to vote for LaMarcus. We got to vote for LaMarcus. Someone, I don't know who this might be, but someone said another. Again, if you want your chat, want your name to show up on the chat, you gotta go to StreamYard.com/Facebook so we can be able to see who made this comment. Someone else said Mike. I see a couple LaWanda. I see some Mikes. I see another.
Put some more money on it. Put some more money on it. Put some more money on it.
He said, wait. So wait a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Before we get up out of here, ladies and gentlemen, Mike said if somebody put some more money on Virginia Union right now, so how much they got to put on it? Another 5, another 10, another 20?
Get us to 500.
He said if y'all could get him to 500, we're at 440 right now, ladies and gentlemen. He said if y'all can get us to 500, he will sing his alma mater. I don't know. That sounds like a challenge to somebody. Listen, can y'all do it? Can y'all do it real quick? Can you do it for me real quick? Matter of fact, everybody on their phones right now, everybody's trying to give like right now, like the old school telethon back in the day. Let me go over here to my Facebook page. Let me put something on it right now myself.
Me too.
Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. We are trying to, matter of fact, while we do this, we're not going to hold you. What we're going to do is we're going to talk about some HBCU greatness and see if we can get these numbers up real quick. If we can get Virginia to 500, Mike said he will sing his alma mater. Now, how much we got to get? What we got to get Shaw to for somebody from Shaw to sing their song?
500.
All right, so we got to get the 500 for either school right now. And somebody going to sing their alma mater. All right, so welcome back to the show again. That was our HBCU greatness. We are trying to get to $500. And someone said, now listen, Maria James said, what school is Maria from?
Virginia Union.
She said, no, sing for your coins. She said, sing for the coins. She said, you sing, she'll give you the money to get you the 500. She'll help you get to the 500 if you go and sing. So, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to sing. Get the 500.
All
Come
right.
on.
So, we are almost there. We're going to make it to that 500, y'all. We're going to make it. So, I think we need to just go ahead on and just let them go on and sing the song. Sing the song, Anime. Sing the song. Because we are now at 475 for Virginia Union. We are at 335 for Shaw University. VU, you might as well come on and just give it to me. You might as well just come on.
Come on, Panther Nation.
They gonna get it. So come on and Mike, come on and give me a version of that alma mater. I'm gonna give you like right now.
All right, y'all ready? Union will revere the cause for which you stand. Union, majestic license raised throughout the land. Thy hollow ground and dear old walls may they forever be. Dear Union, we still love thee. Oh, for the power. Wait a minute. Oh, for the happy hours we spend on that cherished and sacred hills. Our dreams of joy do us attend, with truth and virtue to instill. Thoughts of bygone days at that shrine fill my raptured soul with ecstasy. Alma mater, my alma mater, my praises are thine. You are God's gift to humanity. Union will revere the cause for which you stand. Union, majestic license raised throughout the land. Thy hollow ground and dear old walls, may they forever be. Dear Union, we still love thee.
Listen, he did that thing. Oh yeah. Now listen, not only did he do it, we had $575.
That's what I'm talking. I probably could have raised it up.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Listen, we about to get up out of here. It's been fun, but we got to run until the next time. Ladies and gentlemen, we about to do a quick little round the table like we always do. And so we're going to give every one of our guests a chance to be able to give a shout out to any alums, talk about the alumni, talk about the Alumni Association, anything else you want to talk about the campaign. And then we're going to get up out of here. We're going to give you one more last, and we're going to give you our Inspire Me moment of Wednesday. And then we're going to get up out of here. We ain't going to hold you too much longer. So with that said, I'm going to start with you, Deborah. And you
I'd like to give a shout out to the 15 chapter presidents of the Virginia Union National Alumni Association, the 15,000 plus registered alumni in the Office of Alumni Relations database, and to all the Panther family. This has been great. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your donations.
Awesome sauce. LaMarcus, what you got?
I just want to give a shout out to the Office of Young Alumni Relations for the National Alumni Association of Shaw University, as well as just give a shout out to all the alumni listening and out tonight for Shaw University, supporting us tonight for HBCU Alumni United. We appreciate you. Thank you.
Awesome. LaWanda.
I would like to give a special shout out to our National Alumni Association, all the members and all the alumni from Shaw University, to our president, our newly elected president, Delphine Parker. Thank the alumni for always being supportive, and we thank you for coming out tonight. And we thank you, Anthony, for hosting us.
Not a problem. And Mike, come on, my man.
All right. I'd like to thank the officers of the Virginia Union National Alumni Association, those who have been with me through my 2 terms, who have kept me on point, who have worked hard. I just want to say publicly and worldwide, thank you for your support. And I also want to give a shout out to my brothers of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Gamma Chapter, and Richmond Alumni.
Awesome sauce. Now listen here, Virginia Union, I am going to raise your total just because you made your goal of 65. Again, my goal was to raise more than what we raised last year, so thank you for that. But now I'm about to raise your goal up to at least $2,000. You know, so we ain't gonna stop there. Trust and believe. We don't stop. We keep going. So once you hit your goal, we keep moving that needle up. So with all that said and done, before we get up out of here, let me leave you with this inspirational word for today, what we call this is our Inspire Me moment. Enjoy. Hey everyone, here's another Inspire Me moment in 60 seconds. And today's thought is, everything, a horse, a vine, is created for some duty. For what task, then, were you yourself created? From the time we wake up in the morning until the time we lay down, we have a purpose for our lives. Some are destined to lead and serve. Others are called to heal and respond. Whatever your purpose, let me leave you with this. If a task is once begun, never leave it until it is done. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. So get busy with your purpose. Hey, that's all I got for you today. Be sure to like and share this post and go out and make today absolutely amazing. As always, thank you for doing all the social media things such as like, comment, follow, subscribe, and share this message on all your media platforms. Even more, hit the bell notification so you never miss a video or an upload. Hey, welcome back to the show again. Live your purpose every day. Get up. When you get up, you got a purpose. When you lay down, go back and check your purpose that you did for the day. It's been fun. Thank you to all of my alums from Shaw University and for Virginia Union University. Thank you so very much for joining us on the next alumni. We'll see you next week for the next HBCU Alumni House Party. Again, until next time, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you will always be amongst the stars. Know that you can always make time to take time for what the look at life has to offer just for you. And my last one is, know that you are a masterpiece. Why? Because you are a piece of the master. I'll see you later and bye-bye.
HBCU, stand up. Like Jefferson. Hey, go. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Either from the SWAC or the MEAC. Come on. The CIAA or the SEAC. HBCU is where the beat. We compete, but we're family. Either from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA or the SEAC. Come on, y'all. HBCU is where to be. We compete, but we're still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. You can be from the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. At the end of the day, we got your back because we're family. We're family. From the SWAC, from the MEAC, the CIAA, or the SEAC. It don't matter where you're coming from, because we are still family. My HBCU better than yours. 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 Where you from? From the north. Where you from? From the south. Where you from? From the east. Where you from? From the west. My HBCU better than yours. My HBCU better than yours. Come on. represent.